am really excited to share the concept of brain fitness. And that's about creating a fit brain. And when we create a fit brain, we inevitably create a fit life.
Okay.
Yeah, and when we work on our brain fitness, we're working on the brain as an organ and our mental acuity and our intelligence. And we're also working on our physical health, our emotional health, and our overall functionality. So it's a very holistic approach to really being the best we can be.
Okay. All right. So you talk about mindset and movement within the brain. So two of the three M's that you want to get up on. So
that's right, M and M.
Yes.
Those are going to be the solutions on today's program, because I think what people are looking for today in everyday life are ways that they can make positive changes, make healthy improvements, prevent degenerative disease, and just enjoy life more.
Okay.
And having said that, I thought what I could share with these expandable balls was the concept that in everyday life, we're either expanding or shrinking our potential. We're either growing our brain or we're killing off brain cells and degenerating. And so if people understand that they are in the driver's seat of that process and that they can do things that will allow them to expand and improve the way they function, then in most cases they want to learn how.
Yeah.
So let's give them two solutions. Before that, I'd love to talk about some of the stressors that come into play that cause a person to shrink.
Okay. So which are some of those stressors?
Well, stress is the big thing, and stress comes in many forms. And an simple example is dehydration. Not getting enough water in our daily diet, in our daily life, going around with a dry mouth and stress, and then we become more and more dehydrated, and that actually limits our potential to think clearly and function properly, because we're supposed to be occurring in a milieu of water. So that's a perfect example. Another one is just not eating properly and not having enough nutrients in our body. Another example is not having enough fresh air.
Okay.
So not getting outside enough, not getting enough sunlight. These things impede and affect us. Another thing is not getting enough sleep.
Okay.
And quality sleep is key every night, for sure. Good, depending on the person, but definitely quality 7 to 8 hours a night. But also rest periods throughout the day, where we just relax and we recharge and we take a few minutes to smell the roses, to just unplug from our doing and just simply be. So those are examples that if we don't do those things, we don't get those things, then we are causing more stress. And there, of course, and when we cause ourselves stress, we actually kill off brain cells, we compromise our immune system, and we shut down our higher order thinking, which is our executive functioning skills, where we can plan, create, innovate, problem solve, manage situations, be organized, things like that that really are required everywhere in the classroom, in the workplace, in daily life.
For sure, for sure.
And so on top of that, those general concepts, which are common sense, and I wrote a book called Common Sense Uncommonly Practiced. So it's really about putting common sense into practice. Along with that, I thought we would talk about these two M's, mindset and movement. The whole point is that humans are prone to negative thinking. It's in our survival mechanism. And so we want to always be alert in case, something is going to catch us by surprise, or there's something that is dangerous, or the sky is falling, these types of things. And so if we can know that we're prone to it, we can question our thoughts, because negative thinking can become a habit, and habits get set in because of neuroplasticity.
Okay.
And so while it's okay to be it's important to be cautious, it's also important to realize that we can be prone to over negative thinking. And they're called CANTs, continual automatic negative thoughts. So we can also choose to have a positive mindset and say, you know what, I'm going to see the cup is half full, or I'm going to make lemonade from these lemons, or I know there's a lesson here, I'm going to find the silver lining, or just be tenacious about some positivity and surround ourselves with those types of affirmations and images and people and laughter and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So after mindset, there's another thing, and I absolutely love it. It's a cornerstone of my workshops and my training, and I actually have DVDs here too. If anyone's interested, that they can learn more about the programs on my website and through these webinars. But the one I love is movement. and using movement strategically. Because I think most people realize when they get up and go for a walk, they feel better. And so this type of movement is something that you can do right at a desk, in a classroom, in the workplace, right in your dining room, right here in this interview. And they're activities that are really simple and quick, and they come from training I've had in Brain Gym.